Today, we'll be spending 24 hours with the Bronxville Police officers. Their job entails many things, and today, Officer Satriali has just been called to open up a locked car. Hello, officer.
How are you?
Good, thank you. People are locked out of their car every day here at Bronxville, and one such person just called the police to come and help her out. Hello. And your name is?
Hello. Ula.
Okay, Ula, and what happened here today?
Well, I just got the car yesterday, and since I had my car stolen about a month or 6 weeks ago, I'm so careful about locking cars. So I locked it with the keys in it running.
So are cars hard to open up?
Not usually.
Oh, good. Good. There, he got it. Miss, he got it open for you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Yep.
Hi, officer. We're with Cable 35. We're doing a TV show, and we were wondering if we could interview you.
Certainly.
I was just wondering how long you've worked in Bronxville and what you think of it.
I've been a police officer in Bronxville for 4.5 years.
4.5 years? And do you enjoy working here?
Yes, very much.
What does the job entail here at Bronxville?
The job is not comparable to a big city job, but it's more police oriented, police service oriented. As far as we have a lot more aided cases as opposed to a larger city. More service oriented. We're a little bit more involved. We're a little bit more involved with the residents than a larger department.
And what does a typical day entail for a Bronxville officer?
Well, we rotate schedules. You work 5 days, 8 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. Then you have your off swing, which consists of 3 days. Then you go midnight to 8 a.m. in the morning. And that's once again 5 days, and then you're off your 80 hours. And then we go 4 p.m. to 12 a.m., which is the shift I'm on right now.
Why are the numbers like 39 and 32, but they're never cars 1 or 2 or, numbers like that?
Okay, well, let me explain to you. Bronxville Police share the same radio frequency as the Tuckahoe Police, the Eastchester Police, and until 2 years ago, we were on the same radio frequency as Scarsdale Police. Hence, we all couldn't have cars 1, 2, and 3. In this particular instance, Scarsdale has cars 1 through car 19, or that's the numbers that they've been assigned. Tuckahoe has from 20 to 29. Bronxville, we have all cars in the 30s, and Eastchester all has cars all in the 40s, and they have a 50 series cars.
Officer, during a typical day when you're driving around and you get a call in, what are some of the typical calls that you get?
Well, we have a majority of calls for medical assistance. We have a lot of elderly people in the village, and some of them seem, they fall or they become ill with chest pains or they can't breathe. We carry oxygen in each police car and a first aid kit because we're usually the first ones to respond. And the Eastchester Volunteer Ambulance Corps is dispatched if necessary, and they transport any patients that need transport to Lawrence Hospital. It's strictly a volunteer ambulance corps, and they have a new building which should be opening up in Waverly Square. It'll be more centrally located. Right now they're in the north end, but they've done an outstanding job for us. So we have our aided cases. We have our, as I stated before, our car larcenies, where they either take the whole car or the car stereo, which is more frequent that they're stealing car stereos and radar detectors and cassette tapes. We have our house alarms. We have several of them. Most of them are malfunctions. Some of them are the owners, by mistake. We respond. We check the house, make sure there's no broken windows or open doors. If there are, we'll notify the owner by phone or an emergency contact, and we'll check the inside of the house, make sure no one's inside or it wasn't a burglary. And the majority of the alarms are accidental or malfunction. The weather plays a big role in it. We get a big thunderstorm. We get a lot of alarms coming in for lightning and thunder. We have quite a few car accidents. White Plains Road is a state road. It's a busy road. We get some accidents up here on White Plains Road. And the village, we get, with the diagonal parking, we have a lot of people backing out and minor fender benders. And we also respond to the Bronx River Park. And because we're usually closer than the county police, and we just make sure there's no serious injuries that we can do anything about. We stand by till the county police come. We have our detective division, which follows up on any major crime. Any burglary, they'll come and try and get fingerprints. Or
Who are the town detectives here?
Detective Sergeant Alex DeVenieri and
Right.
Detective Brian Downey.
Bronxville School, and I was just wondering, there must be a lot of vandalism here at Bronxville School?
Most recently, there has been an increase in the vandalism here at the school.
So you get called here a lot and everything? Or?
The number of calls will always increase in the beginning of the summer. There's more youth out on the street, and they tend, if they don't have anything to do, they tend to get into trouble, like most young adolescents do.
You drive car 39 tonight.
That's correct.
It's a new car, right?
Brand new car, 1,200 miles on it.
You mind showing us about the car?
Sure, I'll show you. What would you like to see? As far as the car, we have a standard light box, or control box, I should say. This control box controls all of the auxiliary lighting that we have, as far as rotating lights, the alternating flashlights, the takedown lights, which are the two lights that come from the front of the light bar, and then individual light alley lights, one on the left, one on the right. This is one of the two newest cars in Bronxville. We're trying something comparable to what the city of Yonkers has. We have strobe lights, which is brand new. They've only been on the market maybe a year and a half. It's the same lights that the city of Yonkers has, and I believe Eastchester will be converting over to them.
Do you know Richard Del Contaro?
Yes, Rich is our parking enforcement officer.
Good guy?
Yes, very nice man.
Richard's our newest parking enforcement officer. Yeah, I guess Rich has been with us maybe 2 years. Yeah.
Rich has been here probably about 8 or 9 months now. He's one of the newest members of the parking enforcement.
He says that they called him the Duke. He went here to high school. His nickname was the Duke here in town.
That I'm not familiar with his nickname.
He got the nickname Duke Del Contaro from his classmates.
Well, I'll have to spread that one around.
Right. This is the Bronxville Police Department. We're going to go inside now and check up with them. How you doing?
All right, how are you?
We were just wondering if we could look around the police station.
Sure.
Thank you.
We just have Sergeant Paulo answering a call now. Make sure I don't have to go out on the road.
Okay. The booking room? This is...
Where we process prisoners, do all the paperwork before we take them in the back. Jails are empty.
Okay.
And we put them into one of two cells.
Have they ever been filled up?
Yes.
Or how many can fit in each
We're
one?
awaiting either arraignment before a judge or awaiting the trip up to the county jail if they can't post bail.
Had there ever been like 2 in 1?
Yeah.
It happens often?
Not too often, no.
But fights don't break out or anything?
No, they're guarded by the desk sergeant
Okay.
every half hour.
So once they're in jail, they're really well behaved?
Right, yeah. This is the plectron for the ambulance corps. You hit this, it sends out a tone.
For
and
evac?
all, right. And all the evac members have a pager. And then they hear the call over the pager. This is the alarm board where your alarm comes in if it's directly tied to the police
this is
department.
just-
Comes in here and it'll beep. And the address will come up and then you dispatch our portables and all our reports. Majority of our reports are back here.
All right, we're going to go into the courtroom now. Oh, this is the Duke's mailbox. And these must be his gloves, so if you get a close-up of that, we can have his gloves. His driving gloves and his mailbox. This is Lieutenant Gagliardi's office. And this is Chief Carl Steinmuller's office here, and I heard he's been here for 40 years. So, and Judge Pickwick will stand up here.
Judge Pickwick or Judge Wenzel, whoever's presiding over the court. We sit up there. The defendant and defense attorney and prosecuting attorney will be over here. If it's a traffic trial, there's a stand where the officers will take the stand.
And how often are there court session here? Every day or?
Once a week.
It's a good group of people that we work with, and there's very few if any, conflicts between crossing guards, parking enforcement people, the police department. It's a fairly cohesive group.